RSA was first publicly described in 1977 by Ron Rivest, R.D. Shamir and Leonard Adelman of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, though the 1973 creation of a public key algorithm by British mathematician Clifford Cocks was kept classified by the UK's GCHQ until 1997. Public key cryptography, also known as asymmetric cryptography, uses two different but mathematically linked keys, one public and one private. The public key can be shared with everyone, whereas the private key must be kept secret. In RSA cryptography, both the public and the private keys can encrypt a message. The opposite key from the one used to encrypt a message is used to decrypt it. This attribute is one reason why RSA has become the most widely used asymmetric algorithm. It provides a method to assure the confidentiality, integrity, authenticity, and non-repudiation of electronic communications and data storage. Linear cryptanalysis is a known plaintext attack in which the attacker studies probabilistic linear relations, called linear approximations, between parity bits of the plaintext, the ciphertext, and the secret key. Given an approximation with high probability, the attacker obtains an estimate for the parity bit of the secret key by analyzing the parity bits of the known plain texts and ciphertexts. Using auxiliary techniques, he or she can usually extend the attack to find more bits of the secret key. In linear cryptanalysis, the role of the cryptanalyst is to identify the linear relation between some bits of the plaintext, some bits of the ciphertext, and some bits of the unknown key. The cryptanalyst decrypts each ciphertext using all possible subkeys for one round of encryption and studies the resulting intermediate ciphertext to analyze the random result. In linear cryptanalysis, the role of the cryptanalyst is to identify the linear relation between some bits of the plaintext, some bits of the ciphertext, and some bits of the unknown key. Difference between cryptography and cybersecurity. First we see cryptography 1. It is a system used to encrypt, decrypt messages that cannot be deciphered by unauthorized users. 2. It is a mode of prevention where parties limit the access of information by unwanted parties. The code is specific and confidential. Now cybersecurity 1. It refers to various measures taken by organizations or experts to detect malicious activities in networks or devices. 2. It is not always effective in curbing cybercrime since attackers can still bypass weak security systems. What does secure socket layer encryption mean? ANS Secure Socket Layer Encryption, SSL. Encryption is a process undergone by data under the SSL protocol in order to protect that data during transfer and transmission by creating a channel, uniquely encrypted, so that the client and the server have a private communication link channel over the public Internet. This is how encryption protects data during transmission. What is MD5? ANS MD5, technically called MD5 Message Digest Algorithm, is a cryptographic hash function whose main purpose is to verify that a file has been unaltered. Instead of confirming two sets of data are identical by comparing the raw data, MD5 does this by producing a checksum on both sets and then comparing the checksums to verify they're the same. MD5 has certain flaws, so it isn't useful for advanced encryption applications, but it's perfectly acceptable for standard file verifications.